Oh, she's back to me. Oh, yes. My black beauty.
Ken again from America by Motorcycle. Well, I had a great adventure this last month. My poor dark horse was in the shop. A month ago, to this day, matter of fact, I was riding in the Jasper, Arkansas area. Still trying to learn this area here when I'm in Arkansas and get a feel for the roads and see the new sights. And I was told, hey, I got to go to that area and the Arkansas Grand Canyon. Didn't have enough daylight to make it there. So I'm hoping to do that as soon as possible on a really good day, maybe when I get a little more daylight. In any case, I'm riding the bike and it's a real windy, hilly area there. And I feel a slippage. I finally have a kind of a little bit of a straightaway, and I feel a slippage from fifth to sixth gear. And I thought, oh, it's kind of odd. Let me see if it does that again. Well, I've never had a chance for it to do it again. It's windy, it's up and down, and I don't know how many miles away I'm finally from home, but all of a sudden, I go to shift down and there's no friction control. The lever just, bloop, it's like, oh no, see what I can do to work it, and it just won't work. So windy area, hilly, you know, and speeds are going to be anywhere from 35 to 55. And now I have no friction control at all. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I've seen YouTube videos on it, thanks to those people who put YouTube videos on what to do if this happens. And I've talked to people in the past who said, yeah, it's happened to them. And really basically what I had to do is the bike will still shift up and down. Oh, that was not a worry, especially when you've got to go down to third gear because you're taking a real switchback or real windy road, or fourth gear, or get back up to fifth gear. But it's all throttle. There's no friction control at this point. And my biggest concern was when I finally would hit the town where there's, you know, possible red light, or if I got to make a smaller stop, is really, will accidentally stall that bike. It's been a long time since something like that's ever happened, but it's possible to happen. And that was the one of concern. Fortunately for me, hit no lights at all where I had that problem on my way back. I think there's only one light I had to worry about, but that didn't have a problem. Didn't stall it. Had one area when I was almost home where I had to do about 10 miles an hour to make the turn that goes on the road to the house here, and took it a little bit wide. No friction control, couldn't quite slow it down as much as I'd wanted to, so I took it a little bit wide, but I was fine. And at first when it happens, like, okay, just stay calm, use throttle control. You ride a lot, Ken, and I've put a year and a half I've had this bike. I've put 15,000 miles on it, so I know it fairly well and be fine. The interesting thing is I brought the Triumph down from Missouri here, not too long ago, a little over a month ago, and I like to put its paces through here, and hadn't taken it back up to Missouri. So I thought, well, it's great. I got another bike. So I called them up here about where I could find to get this bike, get it fixed, found a place where they can fix it, and put a new cable on it. All right, good to go. By the way, I live in an HOA here. You can't do any maintenance on our vehicles here. And it makes sense, it's an HOA. They have certain rules. And so they picked it up, but we won't be able to get to it until the second or third week of December, because we're pretty backlogged right now. And I said, hey, not a problem. Can't ride it anyways right now. Thanks for your help. They came and trailered it. By the way, the people at Next Level Power Sports, the guy who came to trailer it, the mechanics who worked on it, the people I talked to on the phone, really great people, super nice. And I want to tell you, they did a great job. They wrote it, said, hope you put it through your paces. And then I've taken it out, I'm riding it home now. And I just want to stop and do a quick video and put it through its paces. And that lever is great. They did a great job on the clutch. It feels really smooth, better than it did before. So it's really nice. Well, last week, in 2 days, I was out on the Triumph and I would get a screw. So my back tire went flat. I was able to stop, get some air in it, pumped it up to 40 PSI, got it home, and an hour later it was flat again. It was dark, next morning checked it, and sure enough, it's got a screw in there. So I got to get that fixed now. Which brings me up to this point. When I bought my wife this home, or we bought the home, it was our money, not just my money. But when we bought the home here, she says, you know what, you need a third bike. One from Missouri, one to do your longer travels with, so your dark horse. And you can keep your Triumph in Missouri all the time. And you need a smaller bike for this area here. The Triumph is a torque monster. It's a Triumph Thunderbird, and it's torquey, love it. Powerful, strong engine. And of course, it's about, I think about 700 pounds. The dark horse is way over 700 pounds. And she says, you need something a little smaller, and maybe I'll ride with you there. These hills kind of bother her a little bit. She doesn't want to go on one of these bikes. And she says, and just get around. That way you always have a bike when we come to Arkansas. You always have a bike here. Okay, great. And I thought, okay, well, we'll see what happens. Well, I wish I had had a third bike this time, because I could still have been riding. We've had a couple really nice days. It's going to be really cold this weekend, according to the forecast. Get down about 17 degrees. I don't ride in that weather. And right now it's in the 40s. As you can see, it's a decent day. Which brings me, I have thought about, when someone tells you that, of course you look at bikes that you want. She said it had to be a small bike. There are a couple of big bikes I wouldn't mind having. So I'm going to make a list, I don't know, 5, 7 bikes that I want, and really pin it down. And then I'm gonna do an episode, see if she'll get on here and discuss those bikes with her and see which one she would say yes to and no to. Not that I'm gonna go buy them. I'm not an impulse buyer. Matter of fact, I've been looking at the R18 for 3 years and haven't bought it. So I'm not really an impulse buyer, but I'm going to go ahead and make that list. Have her sit down, and I'll film it and put it up here and just see how that goes. So it should be a blast. And my wife's personality hopefully will come through. She's a gorgeous woman, and it will be fun. So that's the next agenda, and I hopefully do that this weekend since it's cold and I can't ride, and have some fun with it and see out of the list I make. And I've been ruminating in my head this week, but really just a list and what those bikes do, pop it up to her and see which one she picks. So until then, all right, got my beautiful Triumph back. So while I got it, I went ahead and decided to take it through its paces, make sure that it's working before I get it home. And I tell you, they did a really good job on that clutch. It's got a real good feel on it now. Friction control's nice, all up to 6th gear and back. I'm about 10 miles from the house, so I've put about 20 miles on it right now. Just take through its paces. So the guys there at the Next Level Power Sports and Mountain Home did a great job. They were very friendly, very helpful, and I really appreciated it.